I've been through blown accounts. I've been through a company before where it didn't work out. For me, the best days out of the trading week, I don't care if I didn't trade any other days. Tuesdays and Thursdays are like the best days for volatility because I trade US 30. A lot of people will tell you, oh no, don't start off with indices. You can't start off with indices. You need to no. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you start a job, you're gonna have to learn the system. You're gonna have to learn how to, use the software. You're gonna have to learn training. So learn the pair. As they say, you're in a relationship with the pair. You have to learn it. You have to see how it moves. You have to see when it wakes up. You have to see when it's dead time, everything like that. Learn the pair. Why can't you get it? US 30 did enough for me. And honestly, with the right lot size, you don't even have to get that many pips. 20 to 30 can set you free. A lot of my family don't know too much about trading, but I just want them to be able to see what actually worked for me so it could work for you. And just have them all in one room and we're all just making money at the same time.
Sierra Johnson is in the building. How are you, Sierra?
I'm doing phenomenal. It's Sierra Woods.
I was just about to say, it ain't Sierra Johnson no more. So what is it now?
Sierra Woods.
Sierra Woods.
I am officially married, guys.
Wow. What type of energy did he bring into your life that was just different for you?
He brought a lot of confidence in me also. He excelled my confidence in the market. I remember I was doing like a $20 lot. He was like, you're winning on majority of your moves, so why don't you just amp your lot up? He was like, just add maybe another 20 so you can make more bang for your buck. And I'm just like, okay.
Welcome back to the Forex Beginner Podcast. We've done this quite a few times now already. But today's podcast episode is brought to you by Online Trading Campus. If you are a trader, you're looking to learn how to trade from a proven trader with over 10 years in the market. He's earned over $170,000 in a 5 to 6 months period trading with prop firms. Check out the link in the description titled Online Trading Campus. Also, today's episode is brought to you by Blue Guardian, the prop firm. If you're looking for a prop firm that will allow you to take a little bit of capital, invest it to trade bigger capital, check out BlueGuardian.com. Today's guest, I'm super excited, ladies and gentlemen, is a returned guest to the show. She has since gotten engaged and married. She is trading, and she showed up the first time and just blew us away with her story of just being passionate about the skill set, not taking no for an answer, being able to leave her job at FP&L and be able to scale up. She was quote unquote the black sheep of her family, but she made trading work, and she's doing phenomenal things. Sierra Johnson is in the building. How are you, Sierra?
I'm doing phenomenal. It's Sierra Woods.
I was just about to say, it ain't Sierra Johnson no more. So what is it now?
Sierra Woods.
Sierra Woods.
I am officially married, guys.
Wow.
Married.
Amazing. Let's stay there for a minute, right? Let's stay there for a minute. Married. Being a married woman. How does it feel to say, I'm married?
It honestly feels good because it's not just for the status or the title, but it's meaningful when you have a partner that actually is caring to you, loving to you, supportive of you, definitely supportive. You want to have that supportive partner and compatible and relatable. So marriage, all of that in one means a lot to me. And honestly, I think that our relationship has even bettered since we've gotten married, because the way I care for him, the way he cares for me now is at an all-time high. We make sure that we want to be in tune more with each other and making sure that we're pleasing each other in any way possible so that we can be able to, support each other in any way.
That's awesome. So your husband is here. He's back there. He shared with me the engagement video. And so, can you walk me through what was going on? So you guys were at an event. How did that play out?
So we were at an event. We actually was vendoring at an event called Networking to Home to Networking event. And I had no idea. We just were looking to, be there to promote our business and let people know what we do. So I had no idea. Me and him were just talking in the back at a table. We were talking about trading, by the way. We were talking about trading. And so I had one of my friends, one of my business partners, she had came up to me. She was like, hey, I want to take you guys a picture. So as she's getting ready to take the picture, someone next to her had a mic. He took the mic from her, and I'm like, Brandon, what are you doing? And then he was like, oh, I just want to give a shout out to my girlfriend. I said, girlfriend? You ain't telling these people I'm a fiance? What's going on? And so I actually ended up standing in front of the stage. That's how he aligned it. he got everybody's attention, and everyone stopped what they're doing, and they pretty much paid attention to us, and he made that announcement. He was like, hey, I want to make an announcement that I'm ready to marry you, and I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you. And I was just like, what? I was crying. You guys didn't see the part where I fell to my knees. I literally took a moment before I can actually stand up, because I was like, wow, is this really real? So after that moment, I'm like, man, this is someone I actually prayed, manifested to be with. And so the fact that he made that happen for me, I am so thankful.
Wow. I can already see it in your eyes. Man, that is awesome. I never sat down and really, like when I proposed to my wife, like I never sat down and really, asked her, like, how did that make you feel, or like anything like that. So hearing you just describe that is beautiful, like really, really beautiful. What would you say to the Sierra maybe 10 years ago, that wherever she was at that moment, what maybe one sentence, like if you could just go back in time and teleport back, and you could only deliver one sentence, what would it be?
I would definitely say it's not the end of the world. If someone that you're with and it's not working out, it's not the end of the world. Because my past relationship, I thought that if this relationship didn't work out, I was gonna just be so saddened, you know what I mean? And so God showed me that you can move on. I can move hills, I can move mountains for you. So after that last relationship, it just brought me into a better relationship, and it made me feel that, hey, it was 6 years worth of that relationship, but the joy and the excitement that I get from this relationship now is just, nothing can compare to that. So I would say to myself, take it easy on yourself, take your time, and someone is out there for you that actually, will be a supportive partner to you. So that's what I would say.
That's so good. And I don't want to go back, because we're all in what's happening right now. And Brandon is the total package. He's everything. Yes. But I do want to just talk about this, because I do feel like somebody, a female or male trader right now, or somebody that's interested in trading, that's trying to better themselves, that's trying to expand their life, they may be with somebody right now that does not support them, that's not with them. When you were trading and on the come up, right, trying to make it work, were you in that past relationship during that time, or were you to yourself at that time?
I was in that past relationship.
Okay. What's the difference now between then and now, the support that you're getting now from your husband?
Oh my God, it's a tremendous difference, because a lot of where I was beginning to excel in my trading career is like he started, the energy switch. It wasn't more so supportive. It was just like, okay. So, and then every type of level that I would achieve, it wouldn't be no excitement there and stuff like that. So every time I made an achievement in the market, whether I made an extra goal, whether I did 5,000 in a day, whether I did 10,000 in a day, he gives me balloons, he gives me everything, a card. We have cards all over our house, pretty much just congratulating each other. So I think that means the world to me. And honestly, you need that. As you're trying to level up, you need that support. And from my husband, I definitely admire that from that. And he's, and vice versa, he get the same treatment, so.
I love it. So you did kind of mention in the last interview, we talked about how y'all met, but I just feel like right now there's something happening right now, and somebody may be watching right now that's really trying to better themselves, but the person they're emotionally attached to right now just don't support them. They're not with them, right? So can you just share with us again, when you guys met, what type of support was he giving you, even before y'all got engaged, married, just when y'all was just dating, what type of energy did he bring into your life that was just different for you?
He brought a lot of confidence in me also. He excelled my confidence in the market. I remember I was doing a $20 lot. He was like, you're winning on a majority of your moves, so why don't you just amp your lot up? I'm like, okay, take it easy right now, okay? Take it easy, because I need to get through this mental process first, and then I'll be able to do it. And so I remember I started off with like a $20 lot. He was like, just add maybe another 20 so you can make more bang for your buck. And I'm just like, okay. I did that. I started out with a 30 first, and then the next week I did a 40. I'm like, wow, it's not that bad. So I saw 1,000 to 2,000 really quick. So I'm like, okay, wow, my fitness is very important. So he's very keen on fitness. Of course, he's a basketball player. And so he's like, okay, well, we need to get in the gym. I'm like, I like to work out too. So we're heavy in the gym working out. So that also is another advancement that helps my confidence, because you look good, you feel good. So that's another thing. Even when we cook, we go out to eat. You know what I mean? It's things that we love to try together, and pretty much we have that certain love language for each other. And he does well on dates. The dates that we go on is extravagant, is really spontaneous. I can say that. I can say that much. But he's very supportive, just general. Like I said, he'll get the cards, the balloons. He'll do everything like far as like posting me on social media and stuff like that. So. And just give me that acknowledgement as a woman should.
Wow. Come on, man. Sheesh. Mm-hmm. So it's fair to say the balloons and card y'all got me was his idea.
No, it was my idea.
Oh, it was well, y'all married, so it was y'all idea. You know what I mean? I love it. So I do want to say thank you. You guys showed up and you got me balloons, a car, and I just really want to thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Talk to me about, you've been trading now how long?
This year, August probably coming up, in the middle of August will be 6 years.
Okay. You've been trading 6 years.
Yes.
Out of those 6 years, how many have been profitable?
So my first year, not profitable at all, because I was still in the learning stage. I was pretty much trying to figure out, okay, what worked for me. Like I said, I had 2 mentors. They had 2 total different trading styles. So I just pretty much mixed my own trading style into my own thing and what worked for me. And so the first year, loan accounts. The second year, 2020, I made a lot of money because it was COVID. The year was selling. The whole year was selling. So I made from 2020 up until now profitable, everything.
Nice.
Profitable.
What have you seen in people that are unprofitable that is consistent? What factors are consistent with people that are struggling in trading that you've seen from your experience?
I just feel like they just have this fear. I just feel like they have a constant fear that they won't achieve what they need to achieve. I would say one thing that is truthful is that a lot of people that came from your interview were struggling traders. Were struggling. They were trading for 9 years. Some tell me they've been in order courses and other mentors. They struggled the whole time. The moment they got to me, I made them profitable. I made them profitable. So I'm the Forex doctor. I'll change that real quick.
Come on.
I'll change it real quick.
Okay.
So, and another thing is that, you know, what you think is what you put out, right? And so I tell them just, take away the fear, because, losses are a part of the game for sure. But at the same time, what I teach you, that'll eliminate that fear, because the confidence actually, excel once they come and understand what I'm teaching them, which is market structure and everything of the sort. And like I said, we got a software that's telling you exactly when to get into the market. So that fear, I think, eliminates for that particular trader.
Yeah. How do you personally deal with losses?
I go to sleep and I take a shower. I take a shower and I go to sleep. And a lot of times I'll either lay on Brandon's chest, because that's my remedy. I take a shower, go to sleep, and lay on his chest. That's how I deal with it. Mm-hmm. And then like a couple of hours when the day is like renewed, then I feel like, okay, well, I feel a lot better now, so it'll go away. I don't really, my pastor told me, he said, you got 15 minutes to be mad. 15 minutes, give yourself 15 minutes and go on about your day. Mm-hmm. Don't sit in that loss. Just because you take losses doesn't mean you're a sore loser. It doesn't mean that you're bad at life. It doesn't mean that. So you have to get out of that mindset. Yes, it may stink for a little bit. We all hate losses. But once you switch that narrative and say, okay, well, how can I overcome this loss? Have a strategy to be able to make your money back, then that loss wouldn't feel as bad.
That's good. That's good. What was your moment where you just said to yourself, it's crazy that I am finally in a place doing this and I have the freedom that I always wanted? Like, when was the last time you stopped, paused, and had that moment?
I because I'm very prayerful, I honestly think about this damn near every week.
Wow.
Because I'm always, in my prayer, I'm always giving thanks. I'm always giving thanks of what I'm grateful for. So I'm always constantly reminding myself what God has done for me. And so with that being said, I'm always constantly reminded. And prior to that, getting to the stage, I was always praying while I was going to work, driving in traffic. I was always praying. I said, God, give me the wisdom, because if you could help me, I will help your people. I said, and sometimes you have to tell God that too. You challenge God and say, hey, look, if you give me this, I will help your people. I want to actually have this kingdom that you want us to have for ourselves to be able to bless your people. And so when I made that decision, I'm like, God, if you could just give that to me, I promise you, I'll share this to the world and I'll help everybody that is a struggling trader become profitable and understand what the market is doing. And pretty much he made it simple for me to be able to understand so I could be able to teach that to the next person. So I think about that very, very often.
Wow, man, that's awesome. You know, so I was talking to someone about my, like lately I've been getting into like my devotional. Actually it was Charlene. So I was talking to Charlene about this. And in my devotional, I've been studying Abraham. And, you know, there was this moment where God said, I blessed you so that you can be a blessing, or I will bless you so that you can be a blessing.
Yes.
And as I think about that, that's really why we're blessed. You know, it's not to stun on others. It's not to one up ourselves, right? We're blessed and we're in a position of power to now be able to give and to push up other people, bring up other people, exalt other people and things like that. For you, you started a business teaching what you know in trading. What's the biggest satisfaction that you get from what you do?
Oh my God, the voice messages that I receive on a daily, Brandon can tell you right now, I'd be in there crying tears.
I believe it, because you are really sincere. That's some, like, just real talk, like, you are a very sincere person.
Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. I'd be in there crying tears because it's like, God, thank you, because you not only just did it for me, you're doing it for others. And so it's making me emotional now. I'm not going to cry, but I literally fall to the floor crying. You'll think that I'm in a concert. You'll think something is wrong with me. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm always happy. Like, and my students always hear that excitement. A lot of times when they speak to me, they like, I'm so happy I got to speak to you. And I just want to give you your flowers and just tell you how much you have helped me, how much you've changed my life, how much you helped my family. I get messages like that on a daily. And so it's pretty life-changing for me to see that my work is not going into vain.
Yeah. Hello traders, I'm Bernd Skopinski from Online Trading Campus, one of the few trading educators who verify trading results with prop firm payments and my FX book. Whether you are a beginner or looking to advance, our unique set and forget method using proprietary indicators means less screen time and more freedom. I'm the all-time record holder at FTMO and I generated over $1 million with prop firms. Feel free to book a call with Online Trading Campus to discuss how we can help you improve your trading skills and learn more about our system. Now, back to Calvin.
What's up, traders? It's your boy Calvin, the new trader. Sorry for interrupting today's podcast episode, but did you know that one of the reasons that traders like you and I fail our prop firm challenges is simply because we violate our daily drawdown? And more specifically than that, a lot of times we violate our daily drawdown not even knowing that we're breaching the account. We just get these emails and we get notified and we're like, oh man, how did I do that? I didn't know that I was near my daily drawdown. But there is a solution to this problem. And when you're looking to get funded, you want to rock with a prop firm that is making the journey easier for you. And one prop firm that is doing that is Blue Guardian. Now, Blue Guardian has this tool called the Guardian Protector. And what the Guardian Protector does is it allows you to place a limit right before your daily drawdown so that regardless of if you know where you are or if you don't know where you are or if you forget to set a stop loss, That Guardian Protector will take you out of a trade before you violate your daily drawdown on your account, which ultimately allows you to live to trade another day and have another shot at actually becoming a funded trader. Also, Blue Guardian has no restrictions on their trading. You don't have to set a stop loss. You can hold over the weekend. You can trade whenever you want. You can use EAs. All of that stuff is permissible when trading with Blue Guardian. These things, the Guardian Protector, no restrictions, are things that make traders like me feel confident in working with the prop firm. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in getting started with my recommended prop firm, Blue Guardian, click the link in the description and use coupon code NEWTRADER1 to get 10% off your next challenge today. Again, that's coupon code NEWTRADER, the number 1, to get 10% off your next prop firm challenge with Blue Guardian today.
What I admire about you is you are very confident in your business, right? You are very outspoken and about trading, in trading. The fact that you can help people get to know trading or learn trading or get better at trading. And like, I think in this day and age, people just want you to just be in a box, and they just want to see you and know you for one thing, and they expect you to do that or be that version of you all the time, and they don't like to see you kind of expand. Yeah. But one thing that I really admire about like how you carry yourself is that you're consistent about this trading thing. Like, you're just always consistent about it, and you're just very, you know what I mean? Like, it's refreshing. Because we like to see people do multiple things, you know what I mean, grind and do their thing. But with you, it's always trading. Like, you're consistent in that thing. And so I think that's what people like about you, it's always trading, like, it's not, this real estate thing or this other thing. It's nothing wrong with those things. But with you, you're submitted and you're trading. You trade and you teach trading. And it's always that, you know what I mean? Why are you so laser focused like that? So that's my question.
Yeah, because when I was working, I did not like micromanagement. And so when I figured out, at the time I was doing drop shipping, I had my fair share of dabbling to a lot of things before I had quit. I was modeling, I was doing insurance, I was doing Uber, I was doing a lot of things. And so drop shipping as well. And so after I actually ended up, learning about trading, and I'm just like, okay, well, you don't have to talk to no one. You don't have to move out of your bed. You could trade at home. And I'm just like, okay, wow, let me actually make this work for me. And so once I got into it, like I said, my first day I made $136 while I was at work in 2 hours. I was like, okay, well, I can make this work for me. And so, and also seeing other peers that look like me, QBank, Swaggy Seat, Doyle, Jeremy Cash, they were my inspiration while I was actually, trying to quit my job, saving up money to quit my job. They were my inspiration. And so when I seen them achieving goals like that, I'm like, okay, I know God is going to come, but my time is my time. So work on me in this time so I could get there. And so after I started seeing the consistent results, especially after 2020, I'm like, I don't want to do nothing else, because this is actually going to be the vehicle to do anything else I want to do. And so now trading has been so consistent, and it's been paying bills, it's been being able to travel, whatever the case. And so I love it. And it's honestly, I made it my strategy so easy and simple, and the way how I teach it so simple that it's like, I don't want to even give it up. I don't want to give it up. It's nothing else better than this for me.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really, really good. So for you personally, have you tried trading futures at all, or are you just still primarily Forex?
I did try futures, but it was just on a practice account. I tried to get into it, but I'm just like, I like Forex. And that's because when the transition of everything started going chaotic with, brokers closing down and stuff like that. So yeah, I did hop in and just try to understand it, because, have to be adaptable. And so after I ended up, seeing that some brokers on NT4 were still around, and then I found a good reputable prop firm, then I'm just like, okay, well, I'll stay over here for now, because I know this is my bread and butter. I know this lane sufficiently. And so I just stick to
Just stay
Forex.
there.
Yeah.
Your strategy, your trading strategy, is it more of a scalping strategy, day trading strategy? Is it intraday or is it swing trading?
Yeah, so it's scalping and intraday. So it's both. And it can also be swing as well. So for any trader, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, my strategy can definitely work for you.
Walk me through your process. So when you're coming into your trading day, like what are you doing? What are you looking for? Like walk us through that.
So literally I'm looking for, when I wake up, I brush my teeth, of course, and stuff like that. Then I'm not really hungry. I'm not really hungry in the morning. So I'll pray, put some incense on in the house, the aroma smelling good, so I can get into that mode. And then I'll check news. I'll check news to see if there's any upcoming events. I'll check on my students. I'm like, okay, then I'll check on the charts. So I was like, okay, if I see anything far as like, if the market sold down a lot during the Asian and the London session, then I'll probably most likely be looking for that reversal for the New York session. So I'll wait for example, one of my strategies is I'll wait for the market to bottom out. Let's just say if it sold down during the Asian and London session, wait for it to bottom out, buy at the bottom and ride it on up. And at the top of that, my system tell you exactly where to get in. So that's just my strategy alone, but my software is going to tell you exactly where to get in, and he built the software to tell you exactly where to get out. So when I say it's all done for you, it's done for you. You don't have to think, you don't have to guess, you don't have to draw stuff. I be hearing people saying, no, I got to draw this, I got to draw that, and all this ghost patterns and stuff. Like, no, it's Forex made simple over here. Simple. When I say it's a lot of people that, like I said, were unprofitable and came to my mentorship and came to the course and got profitable. The story is unbelievable. You can check my Instagram, all that is there. So it's very simple, guys. It's very simple.
Yeah. Forex, because some people hear you say it's simple, but they like, but Sierra, I'm struggling. So, like, do you think people are struggling in their mind, or is the struggle actually a technical thing?
It's in their mind for sure.
Okay, gotcha.
I know it's psychology because it's more so that's taken over a lot of our thinking already. So you may see something in the market that's not even there, and just because you're freaking out, your psychology is not on point, then you may get into something that is non-existent on the chart. And so I think it's a mind thing, because I had a lot of conversations with students that before they joined, because we love to speak to students prior to joining as well. So we spoke to a bunch of students that was like, this is my last chance, and I'm just sucked out of trading at this moment. Like, please, you're my last hope. I had a student that said, you know what, I don't want to even get into another course. Your course better be the last one that I stick with, and that's it. When I tell you the first week he came in there, he made $2,000. I'm just like, you see? So the conviction is crazy. The conviction is already crazy. I said, I always calm them down and say, hey, look, I understand. I've been through that too. I've been through blown accounts. I've been through a company before where it didn't work out. But try it here. Try it. I'm telling you. And I got the students to attest to that. And so I'll change that mindset really quick, because I'm more so living on the positive edge. So I'm actually looking at them on the outside like, hey, all you got to do is come in. I already know what it is. My students already know what it is. And I had a whole bunch of students that said, hey, well, I want to give this a try. Will it work? Came in here, different story. You don't hear the yap no more. Nope.
That's crazy. As you look at Forex and how it was when you started versus how it is now. Before, well, at least when I started, trading with the unregulated broker was the normal.
Right.
It's cool. Now, because of certain things that have happened, it's a little sketchy. So how did you navigate, like, when things got a little sketchy? Did you pull your money from unregulated brokers? And how do you approach finding a broker now? Because obviously it's really hard to trade with like Oanda or Forex.com, because you're going to need to put a lot of money in order to, actually make some good money. So how are you navigating that in terms of brokers?
So one of the brokers that I use is Coinex. I like Coinex. Coinex is very good. And they're still on MT4 for anybody that actually, still like to use MT4. And so Trade Locker was also another platform that you could use. And
I like Trade Locker.
Yeah, I love Trade Locker.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They did their thing with that. And so Coinex for sure. Coinex is cool, legit. I have students that use them as well. And they're pretty much very responsive. If you got any questions, if anything you need to ask them, they'll be able to answer it for you right away. So Coinex for sure. And then as far as the prop firm, I use Paradise Capital. I still have my Nova funding. I still have prop firms that are still in the business that didn't basically get wiped out. You know what I mean? So Nova Funding was one of them, and I still have them now.
Okay, so in your personal trading journey, like, how often are you in the market? Like, are you in the market every day?
Yeah, so I'll trade from Monday. So I'll trade Monday, Tuesday. Sometimes I'll skip out Wednesdays just to give myself a mental break during the week. Thursdays I'll come back. Friday I'll trade if I see a setup, but I'm never forcing it because I don't want to go home with a losing trade over the weekend. So that's more so mental psychology for me. But I feel like for me, the best days out of the trading week, I don't care if I didn't trade any other days. Tuesdays and Thursdays are like the best days for volatility because I trade US 30. So, and that's pretty much the only pair that I trade. I'll look at NAS if US 30 is on something else, and that'll be my secondary option. But US 30 is my main pair. I don't trade nothing else.
Nothing else. Yeah, that's good. I like US 30. So I've been like trading futures, and I used to be afraid of US 30 or Dow Jones. I used to be afraid of the NASDAQ, and with gold, I just never touched it. Now that I've been trading futures, I trade all three, and I love all three.
Oh.
Specifically, I like the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ
I love that.
moving,
Yeah.
right? You've always been trading those instruments.
Yes.
Where did that confidence come from?
One of my mentors, JP, he was the reason how I actually ended up getting into like the indices. He was showing on his Instagram, he was like doing 2,000 a day, and he was like smack talking to us too. He's like, yeah, I'm making this money, but y'all still at y'all job. And I'm like, damn, every time I look at his story, I feel offended. I'm like, damn, I'm still at my job and I still ain't make this type of money. And I'm just like, I have to join them. I have to join them. Best decision I ever made in my life. So he got me more so into the indices. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, no, don't start off with indices. You can't start off with indices. You need to, no.
That's what I was taught.
No.
Yeah.
Try it for yourself and actually feel that through and see what works for you or not. Because like I said, I started out with it and I'm like, okay, well, let me just learn. How you do anything is how you do everything. Yes. If you start a job, you're going to have to learn the system. You're going to have to learn how to, use the software. You're going to have to learn training. So learn the pair. As they say, you're in a relationship with the pair. You have to learn it. You have to see how it moves. You have to see when it wakes up. You have to see when it's dead time, everything like that. Learn the pair. Why can't you get it? And so I was very adamant on making sure like, okay, well, I'm a daredevil. So if you tell me I can't do it, I'm going to show you 100 times more I can. Mm-hmm. So after they was like, okay, don't try it. I'm like, I'm going to try it anyway. Like I said, the first day I made $136, I'm like, I'm out of here with this. This is my pair. This is home for me. And so I started dabbling to Forex too to try to see. I'm like, it moved too slow for me. Now, to substitute that, you have to increase your lot size, of course. But US 30 did enough for me. And honestly, with the right lot size, you don't even have to get that many pips. 20 to 30 can set you free. Yeah. 20 to 30 pips. And so I got students right now that's on US 30 kicking ass, and they don't want to look at nothing else.
Yeah, them things move, man. Like, they just move. And what's better too is because you know when the volatility coming into the market, and so you literally, like, I condensed what used to be. I used to be in the market like pretty much from London up to New York to just like 2-3 hours now, because I know when the volume's coming in and I'm just waiting for the move. So it's really like taking my time in the markets down and just give you just mental freedom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Does.
Like, when you get off the charts, you're done,
Listen, I always call it, I'm done for today.
Yeah.
a lot of people say that, but I want to make that a trademark, because when I say I'd be so happy to slam that computer, Brandon, I'm outside, we going to the gym.
Yeah.
Let's go to the beach, okay? Let's not look at this chart no more. Don't call me to the computer. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to see it. Let's go. I already done made my profit. And that's a powerful feeling, knowing that you done made your money. You done made 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3, 4, 5,000 a day. Yep. And you could walk out of your house and just like enjoy life, enjoy freedom. Like, what are you doing today? Can you want to travel? You know, it just puts you in a great mood. Like, you look at everything else in the world like, damn, I'm really doing this for myself. It's an amazing feeling.
Man, that's awesome. Come on, man. But listen, I'm going to be honest with you. When we did our first interview, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, like, this is a lady. Like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no offense, you know, but I'm like, this is a lady. Is she talking this talk like this, trading these indices? Because even during the first interview, I'm still trading currency.
Right.
I'm like, man, what's up with you, man? Come on, you hear how she talking? And I'm just like, so to now be back for the second interview and to see, like, I'm right there with you now. Now, I'm probably not as bold as you with position sizes, because I know you've been doing this for a minute. But I'm there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes time. And when you're, like I said, everyone has to go at their own pace, but you will get there, because I had to once start small to build my, because I was making, at a time, I didn't say this in the last interview, but I was making $5 a day and comfortable seeing it, because I'm like, okay, if I could make $5 a day with US 30, let me see what I can end out with the week. Sometimes I end out with $25, $50. And I'm like, okay, I could pay a phone bill, maybe help my mom with a light bill with that. And I started small, and I never started off big. Very humble. And, you know, like I said, when I met him too, he like, amp it up. So I'm like, okay, well, I got you. And so it's been that ever since. And
it's the run up.
That's that.
So do you like have goals or carry goals for trading, or no, you just show up to the market and see what the market gonna give?
Yeah, I do have goals actually. Minimally, I aim for 1,000 a day. If I do more than that, then I'm like, okay, well, great. So the last couple of weeks, I've been doing $7,000 days, $5,000 days. And so it's been that consistently. Like 5K a day is honestly normal now. If I do over more than that, great. But minimally 1,000, because that'll keep the bills paid.
How much do you keep in your personal account?
So I literally like to trade just prop firms for now. But I'll have my cushion to the side. So I'll have about 3 to 5 in my personal account.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, so I like to dabble with both, the prop and the live.
Yeah, so I put 5K into my futures account. And I'm looking at like for me, like it's literally been consistent $500 days, $1,000 days off just a $5,000 account. And it's like once I go negative like 250, you know, I close out. Like that's my risk. But it's like that 2 to 1, like 3 to 1 risk reward has been so good. You know what I mean? And it's like you don't really need a lot of capital if you're trading the right instruments. And so that's what I figured out too.
Yes, that's very true. Very true.
That's dope. That's dope. So, man, so you got $1 million in funding and you just submitted a withdrawal.
Yeah, so
how much does that pay out?
Sunday. So I traded up 11,000. So I have another account. I have a 400K account. So a 400K account is basically being, I'm still trading that up, but the 600K account is already like being processed.
For, you said 20 or 11,000 payout?
Well, it's basically, they take 50% the first payout.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be about 5,700.
Okay.
5,700.
Nice.
Yeah, they take 50% and then it goes up.
And then it goes up from there. Okay. So as a prop firm trader, how are you managing like your business? So do you start like a LLC for your prop firm trading, or do you run everything through one business?
I actually didn't put anything as a business as of yet. I just been trading the prop firms just as normal. Yeah.
Okay, cool. What are your goals like as a trader? Like just trading. Like what are your goals? Like where do you want to get to with the skill set?
I want to see myself do about a $15,000 to $20,000 a day, again and over and over and over again. The biggest one I did was let me rephrase, because my biggest day was 18,000. My biggest day was 18,000. But I want to actually go higher than that. So 18,000, so 20,000. So that $20,000 mark, I want to actually achieve that. So I want to go higher and higher and higher and higher. So that's realistically my goal, to be able to achieve myself in a way where I can feel like I'm increasing what I make. So, yeah.
I like it. That's good. In terms of your life, what's something in life that you've wanted to do, maybe you haven't had time to do it, or maybe you don't feel like you want to do it yet? Just in life, it could be like going to a certain place, doing something for a family member, doing something for yourself, doing something for your husband. Yeah, like what's something on that list of like things to do in life that you haven't gotten done yet?
I want to take my family and my students, friends. I want us all to go on a trip. Together.
Anywhere. It doesn't matter.
Anywhere. Nothing, just all good positive vibes, a good time. I want to be able to do that. I just want to see us all in one big mansion, just having fun, just caring, loving each other, having that experience, and also teaching them, because a lot of my family don't know too much about trading, but I just want them to be able to see what actually worked for me so it could work for you, and just have them all in one room and we're all just making money at the same time at that too.
Yeah. Why do you think that? So that's a good thing you just brought up. Why do you think our family, people that grew up with us, the people that raised us, right? Why do you think they don't ask, can you teach me? Or why do you think they don't, out of curiosity, just sit around and just watch us and be like, man, like, I see what you're doing. Like, I want to do this too. Why is it? Because it's that way with me. Yeah. Now, of course, like my son is interested because he's young. You know what I'm saying? Like young kids, they always interested. But as far as like my wife will say sometimes, yeah, like I want you to teach me, and then it dies
out.
Yeah, it dies out. You know what I'm saying? No shade, my love. But anyway, it does die off. Like, why do you think that's the case?
Intimidation. So because we were not brought up with that type of information, financial literacy, you just feel like, oh, it's not for me. It's for the white man. It's for the rich white man. That's their lane. I don't need to get in it. I don't need to dive in it. I could just keep what I'm doing right here. This works for me. And if that's fine, if that works for you, that's fine. But have yourself open to learn a new skill, to be able to make money for yourself, because the world is changing. Prices is going up. So choose your heart. You want to make more money? You want to live a lifestyle that you want to live? Learn a new skill that's going to make you that money, and by yourself, by not having to talk to no one, not having to deal with anyone. Do that for yourself. So I just feel like it's intimidation. Even, like I said, I have to go back to the job part, because any job that you start, you're nervous for the interview. You're like, oh, I pray that you please like me. Pray that you like the skill enough to be able to love it where it's a passion of yours, so you can be able to make money off of it all the time. And I feel like when you start learning something and you can be able to understand how it works, that goes away. That fear goes away, because that's literally how I was when I first started. I'm like, Forex looks Chinese to me. I don't know what the heck I'm looking at.
Yep, it does.
So after I got used to it, I can tell you from A to Z. You see how the conversation changed? You're like, oh, I don't know nothing about it. But once I teach you, I show you how it works. Now you can tell me, now you're regurgitating to me what I taught you. And so it's a difference. It's intimidation. I feel like we have to be the leaders in the industry. We have to be the leaders of the world, to be able to show our people that we did it. You can do it too. We're not no one special than you. You can do it too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's so true. In the last interview, you mentioned that you were kind of like the black sheep, and when you were going through the process of trying to hold this vision of yourself, seeing yourself, more than just working at FP&L, Florida Power and Light, right? And maybe you were at a place where you wanted to be more than what you saw around you, more than what your aunt was, uncle, mom, you know what I mean? Like, no offense, because they, our parents, our family got us to where we were able to, grow up and have a decent, upbringing. Right. But you wanted more than that. How did you deal with being alone and seeing that bigger vision and having to kind of fight off, like the criticism, like, oh, like you don't really be like, oh, she thinks she better than us type stuff. Yeah. Or like, you never want to, do this or do that. You always in front of that computer. How did you deal with that? Because I think a lot of traders are by themselves on the journey.
I dealt with that heavily. I got from my parents. My mom was more so supportive. My dad was more so like, you're not going to make money from that market. And now he like, Sierra, what that market doing? You done made money today? The story done changed. The story done changed. Because he saw me sleepless nights, waking up during the London session. He'll come downstairs. He'll see me on the laptop 3 o'clock in the morning, and then 3 to 5 o'clock I'm up, and then I'm going to work. And so I learned that I'm like, okay, well, let me just do this in private. Let me work on this myself. And a lot of me had the motivation from looking at other people on YouTube that was doing it. That kept me grounded. And when I was making money, small money here and there, I'm like, okay, well, this is eventually going to be bigger. And so that's what kept me in the fold, where I'm like, okay, well, I need to just make sure I just stay consistent at it, because I'm seeing I'm making money here and there, but I have to tweak something where it can work consistently for me and be able to, sustain my lifestyle and do whatever the hell I want. And so one thing about it is that if someone is rooting for you, you will want them in your corner. But if someone is not rooting for you, you just stay in your own lane. And I just feel like nobody that's actually doing better than you is going to talk down on you. You know what I mean? So I feel like you just stay around positive people, because I need that positivity for me to be able to excel. I don't need no type of negativity. So I would just block it out. I put in headphones. I'm like, you stay in your own lane, but watch me level up. Watch me level up. And that happened. It happened.
It did happen. It did. It really did.
Yeah.
And it's like JayZ say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And the results don't lie. And it's this quote that I think it was in an interview, or maybe it was just Q just doing a rant. But he was like, you can't hide the money.
You can't.
You know what I mean? Like, you cannot hide the money. He's like, if you are truly grinding and doing what you're supposed to do in private, it's going to show up.
It's going to show up.
No, you don't have to buy a Lamborghini. No, you don't got to have a mansion. But there are going to be things in your life that are going to change. People are going to notice the change. You cannot hide the money. It's going to show.
Yeah, true. Because I ended up, I think it was a couple of days before the interview, I had got a 2024 Acura Integra, red interior. I put on my Instagram, red interior, nice. Pretty much like a sports car, fast and everything. Never had a sunroof. I had never had red interior. So by me doing the work, I was able to get a car that I actually wanted, not something I had to just go for.
Yeah, this is what
right.
your credit
this
will
is
allow
what
you
you're
to
worth.
get. Yeah.
No. I've had my credit together and I had my money together. So whatever it is, let's go.
It is a different feeling.
It's a different feeling.
So yesterday I went to the dealership, and so my wife has been asking me about getting what do they call it? Like a 3-row vehicle, like SUV. Yeah. So so I was like, okay, so before I leave, I'll go to the dealership and see what they want to do. So we don't have car payments right now. That was one of the first things I wanted to do.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure that when we got married, that any vehicles we buy in the marriage, that we just pay it off and just don't do any of that stuff. Right. So we went to the dealership, and it's such a difference, right? When you go into a dealership and they know you need a car, it's such a difference from when you don't need nothing. Right. You go in there and you tell them what you want.
You tell them you need me. Yeah, you need to make this sell, okay?
Yes. It was such a difference. And I'm in the middle of the dealership, and I'm going back and forth with the sales manager. And not in an aggressive way, but we just throwing numbers back and forth. And so he's like, Calvin, this is one of our top selling SUVs. You know what I mean? I cannot give you this vehicle for what you're asking for. And I said, well, then we don't have a deal. But he keeps coming back. He's like, but come on, Calvin, man. You came here to get a deal done. I want to get a deal done, but you got to meet me somewhere. He's like, man, I came from over here and I done came all the way back over here. He was like, what you're asking for, I just can't do that number. That's not a good deal for me. So I said, bro, listen, out of all the people that come in here, how many times do y'all get a great deal? And then he looked at me and smiled. Right. I said, it's okay to lose one deal
Right.
when every week you doing at least 10 great deals.
Exactly.
That's heavily in y'all favor.
Exactly.
And he just looked at me and smiled. And so he gave me one more offer. It wasn't the number I wanted, but it was a great offer compared to where we started.
Right.
So I said, listen, I'm going away for a couple days, but when I get back, I'll come back and we'll talk. And they called me this morning. You know what I mean? Wow. Yeah, they called me this morning. So it's a difference. It is a difference, right? And I think that's what trading brings. Because even if when I go back, even if we still don't get to the number I came in for the vehicle for, right? I know that, realistically, if they don't want to give me the number I want, I know that I can go in the market.
Exactly.
Just give me a month. Just give me 2 months.
Exactly.
I can go get that extra income and we can do it at that number if we really want that vehicle.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you know that it's attainable. That's the great thing about it. Because what I'm also grateful for is that, we met at the Forex Summit.
We did.
We met, and guess what? That money that we paid to be a vendor there came from the market.
Wow.
It came from the market. What are money that we used to pay for it? So for us to get exposure there, that's how I met you.
That's how, yeah. And then,
So,
now we do an interview. This is our
Right.
second interview here.
right.
So, man, that's crazy. And that goes back to what I talked about, like that confidence, right? It's like you just believed in what you're doing so much that you're investing in, think about what you're doing. And this is what I admire about you and Brandon, right? It's like, okay, you learned how to trade, right? Like Brandon was doing some stock stuff before, right? Like stocks or like pocket options.
Pocket option.
Okay,
Yep.
boom. Okay, yeah. All right, so he had a background in trading and investing, and you were doing Forex, right? And so, y'all get together. You're obviously profitable now. Brandon's successful. He's developing softwares that can do the trading for you, right? And then you say, okay, but now I want to start a trading business. Like I want to teach people how to trade. I want to educate, you know what I'm saying? I want to create an academy. I want to create a software company that can help people get into the markets easier than the journey that I had, right? Nowadays, what people do, and to each his own, right? What they do is they go and they try to position themselves through ads on the internet, and they try to find the casual person that's just strolling, looking for ways to make money, and they advertise to them, right? You have so much confidence in what you're doing. You say, no, I want to pay money to be around people that actually trade.
Yep.
I stand on what I do so much that I will be in the building with other people that have built $1 million companies, brokers, whoever, because that's how much I believe in what I do. I don't need to go find somebody that just want to get greedy real quick. I will stand on what I do in front of the biggest in this industry. And I love that confidence.
Thank you so much. Standing on business, because I'm just like, we got some heat.
Yeah.
And nobody in the industry, I gotta tell it straight, nobody in the industry got it. Nobody what we have. And so what we see in our turnaround, the results of the students being able to turn their lives into what it is from what they came from, it's ridiculous. And so, and even including us. So it's like, okay, we need to get more exposure. We need to have people that are traders that are struggling. Come here. We're the nucleus on the block, technically. But you know what I'm saying? We got some heat because we already looked at what the industry don't got. We made it. And so we develop our own software. And so we know what the traders need. We know exactly what they need. We got it. We got it all. And so I'm like, okay, well, let's go to the FX Summit event. We don't really know nobody like that. We know the huge people in the industry. Q, of course, is huge inspiration. Alex Santee, huge inspiration. And several others, of course. And we just wanted to Charlene as well. We wanted to stand aside of them and just say, hey, we're here too.
Yeah. Just right there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Just right there in the fold. That's that confidence, man. Just believing in what you do. So before we get out of here, I want to give you the floor, words of encouragement, words of advice, to a trader right now that, just may be on that brink of just saying, I'm done. You know what I mean? I've given it my last try. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the frustration, tired of waking up in the middle of the night before I go to work, jeopardizing my sleep to just keep losing. What would you say? What encouragement would you give? And then after you do that, let us know where we can follow you and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I was at that point too, because I was taking a loss. We all feel like whatever loss that we take that hinder us tremendously, we all feel like we've all slammed our computer and was like, man, I quit this. We've all done that. And so I feel like when you can bet on yourself, just bet on yourself. Bet on yourself that you could do better. Bet on yourself that you could achieve it. Follow people that are being successful in the space, that are showing real results, that are successful, that are helping other people. And honestly, go to someone that actually is doing exactly what they said that they're doing. That makes a huge difference, because if you can see the inspiration, you can live into another world where people are successful and you just feel like you're just a lonely person and you're the only one going through it. We're all going through it. We're all going through losses. We're all going through, a bit of depression, loss in family, whatever it is. Don't feel like you're lonely and don't feel like you have to give up, because there was a time where I felt like I wanted to give up, but I'm like, no, let me just stick through it. Let me stay consistent at this business. And I'm so happy. I'm glad I did that, because not only help myself, I'm able to help other people. And so just feel like you give yourself that chance. Give yourself that chance, that full chance to be able to excel in life, because you could do it. We're not here for no reason. We're not just gassing you up at this moment. We want to see you do good, and we know you could do it because we all been through it. And so you guys can follow me on Instagram at I am Sierra Page on Instagram, Rising Currency on YouTube, and I will love to meet you guys. Also, if you guys are local in Miami, we actually pastor at a church called Signs and Wonders. Our pastor is very wonderful, very welcoming. That church will give you guys so much healing. And he's also a prophet as well. So he reads your life. It's been times where me and Brendan had a conversation, and this man know our conversation. And it's coming through God, because the things that we will pray for, we'll be able to get it because we're praying to God about it, being, and working through the process of it as well. But that church is amazing. And so we would love to see you guys there. If you guys are ever in Miami, the church services are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7:30, and then Sunday at 11 a.m. So if you guys are ever in Miami, definitely come pull up, and we would love to see you.
Nice. And what's the name of the church again?
Signs and Wonders Ministries.
Okay. Awesome, man. I'm excited to see, just the growth that's happening in your life. The marriage is huge. You just continuing to develop in your trading and as a business owner, entrepreneur, your faith in God is, the most important, and just seeing you guys grow as a unit. You and your husband, Brandon, is just awesome. So, hey, this is an honor, for me to have you and just see, just to see the growth and to see the level up. It's awesome. And it's more than, it's bigger than money, it's about becoming who God created you to be. And I see the growth. So congratulations on everything. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, another episode of Forex Beginner Podcast. Sierra Wood is in the building. Yeah. Listen, we look forward to running into you at the bank one day, but you already know you cannot meet us there. You got to meet us there. When we pull up, you should already be walking out with a duffel bag on your shoulder, big smile on your face. That's our way of saying that we all are going to be successful. Hey, take care. God bless you. Stay encouraged, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.